All right. While I'm here, I'm gonna go through the Sonic Frontiers trailer, and I'm gonna kind of run through it and give my thoughts, because why not? Let me just stop the music there. All right, let's go through it. I'll kind of stop things as I think of them. Wow, can I actually run 1440p? This might be interesting.
IGN first for the month of June 2022 is
so we've already seen this. This was in the teaser trailer.
We've got gameplay, we've got previews, and we've got interviews from the developers who made it all happen. All month long, we'll be diving deep into what you can expect when the game makes its way to you later down the road. First up, we've got the world premiere gameplay focusing on exploring the mysterious island that Sonic suddenly finds himself stranded on at the start of the game. Be sure to stick with IGN throughout June so you don't miss anything.
Reese, what you're seeing right now is the teaser trailer
from Sonic Frontiers.
That was basically the teaser trailer right there. Okay, so I want to start off with a positive. I really like the music. I think it's a nice change of pace. It's not. I know it's not like dramatically different. I'm sure we've had Sonic games before with this kind of like piano-y type music, but it's nice. Okay, sorry. First thing I'm not really digging, and that is just random bullshit floating in the air. So look, we've got random springs here. Springs. The rails being like, I know the rails have always been just suspended in midair. I don't care about that. That doesn't really bother me. They've always kind of, well, for the most part, they've always had kind of gravity-defying nature to them. But when they're just randomly spread across the, like, we can see them from this angle. You can see them when you see them in the games. You don't see them like this. You just see them dead on, so it looks fine. But when they're like, I'll show you other examples later on, but when they're just like fucking all over the place like this, it looks weird as shit. Read on Twitter, this might be an early build. Unknown. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Actually, I will kind of start this off. I want to see if you guys agree. I feel like this is a really bad vertical slice of this game. I don't feel like it shows it off in a good light. Like, the game could be a lot better than what we're seeing, but what they've chosen to show here, whether it means they're hiding something or what, I don't feel like it's a really good vertical slice. It doesn't show off the game well at all. Yeah, actually, that's another thing, Wing. That's been a problem, I think, with a lot of the games in the past, though. Pop-in of, like, platforms and stuff is an issue. And I don't know if there's... I mean, there's stuff they can do about it, but I don't know if they can do anything with the engine or something to stop that from happening for stuff that's at least really close, because it's kind of jarring when you see it. Being able to grind up that looks weird. And you'll see here the momentum of just walk, like, it just kind of runs up this like it's nothing. Yeah. Momentum is always a big thing with Sonic games. And this game does not look like it's got a lot of really good momentum. Unless it's something to do with the properties of this purple shit. The towers do something, but I don't know if they deactivated it for this demo. But I kind of saw this and like went, well, you're showing this, but what's the point in going up here just to go straight back down on a rail again? Like, at least show us what they're for. Like, are they Ubisoft towers? There was a collectible there. I'm theorizing that the collectibles are for leveling up or something like that. Yeah. By the way, we've got more random bullshit in the background here. Look at this. It looks like someone's it looks like someone's taken a screenshot and just like drawn in biro all over the screen. Is this Crackdown 4? Oh god, that is probably the harshest thing I've heard. Sonic oh no. Oh no. Breath of Stranding Emeralds. We can't, I don't, you know, it's an open world game. You don't have to compare it to other open world games, do you? Not gonna lie, I kind of wish one of the devs used the rails to draw a dick in the background. That says everything you want to know about Reese. These things here, I don't know if they're meant to be, if they're here just for demo purposes. I guess they show like there's an area of interest nearby or something, but it looks weird and kind of out of place. This is, I'm being really nitpicky here, but I feel like I need to. I don't like just random platforms and bullshit just floating in midair. Am I wrong to feel that? Oh, I also feel like there's a massive over-reliance on rails in general. Like, rails just take the gameplay away from the player. So it's like, it's a roller coaster. I do like this though. So if you notice, in the old games, when you press double jump in midair, it would kind of like initiate a homing attack. In this one, it seems to have a... Sorry, you did the homing attack when there wasn't an enemy nearby. You'd kind of push forward a little bit, but it felt a bit awkward. In this one, it looks like there's a little bit of an air dash, like there. I like that. That's good. Right, next problem. This has been a problem for a while though. The bad guy, the badniks, for a lack of a better word at the moment, are just random geometric shapes. I miss when they were a bit more creative and they were like, you know, oh, it's a bee robot or like a crab, or I don't know, it's just more charming. When it's just random shapes, it just reminds me of like bay faunas or something. See, look, like, you're not actually controlling anything here apart from jumping there. They're going the Evangelion approach. They're going to have a screaming polygon next. I'm also interested to see if this is an internal video or if this is someone from IGN playing the game. Because if they got someone from IGN playing the game, then I feel like that was not the greatest idea. Because you want someone to show off the game in the best light possible, right? So this is a puzzle. It's a very basic puzzle. Do remember, this is a kid's game, by the way, so... Oh, this shows off the new power. I don't know what they've called it. I don't think we know yet. It might be the Zap. Like Zap or something. Because they mentioned it in the old teaser trailer. But these kind of puzzles kind of remind me of the Korok stuff in Breath of the Wild. I don't want to bring up Breath of the Wild too much because it's almost like too obvious a comparison, isn't it? Oh, what we got? Marcus Devil May Cry. Thank you for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. You see there's a lot of pop in here. Yeah, so look, if you keep an eye on this here, look at how jarring this looks. I really don't like how can you have that pop in, but all of the other shit really far away doesn't? It's really, really weird. Oh yeah, and the rails in the background. Look at that. It just looks like a mess. It really feels like a mess. Like the rails when used sparingly are cool, but when they're like all over the place like this, just hanging in midair randomly, it just looks like a mess, honestly. I'm going to get onto a really unpopular opinion by the end of this, by the way. Now, this looks really nice because you've got kind of like, there's stuff. You've got like trees and shit. It's not just empty. Although, again, there's like, we don't know what you can do here. Is this a hub world? Is this a level? I don't know. But at least there's trees and stuff there. It's not just empty. Marcus, I will talk to you about Resi 4 in a minute. We've kind of already had a chat about it, but... another puzzle. So yeah, I mean, my guess would be that this is kind of like a hub world, and then you seem to get, like, upgrades to your character from doing all the, like, finding all these little hidden bits. Only thing is, I mean, obviously they're like very simple, but again, it's a game for kids. You can't make it super duper hard, can you? Graphically, I don't think it looks bad, by the way. I think the only thing that is, apart from stuff, you know, design-wise they could fix, like the floating bullshit, it's just the pop-in that bothers me, but... And this is going to kind of get on to my unpopular opinion for Sonic, which is I think Sonic games are too fast for their own good. You actually need to slow him down for this to work properly. Because if you think about it, if you make him too quick, you've got to make the levels bigger. Making the levels bigger is then more time consuming and difficult, and as a result, more stuff's going to look empty. If you slow it down, you can kind of bring the levels in a bit, make them smaller. You get more control, which is also good. And you can make more densely sort of populated areas while saving money. Saying that, this definitely doesn't look too quick. It looks quick enough. They've not gone like super crazy with it. So I think they just need... I need to see more of it. I don't want to... I'm very negative of it at the moment, but I'm only picking out faults that I think need to be changed. I'll always give a Sonic game a go. This one has my interest. I just need to see more about it. I just think this is really not a great first showing of the gameplay. That's all. Marcus, yeah, I don't know if I like it, but Resi 4 Remake looks very different from Original 4, and I understand it's a remake, but still. I don't think they'll change it too much. I think they'll probably go in like they did with Resi 2 remake. They're not going to want to mess Resi 4 remake up because it's probably the single biggest selling Resident Evil game of all time. What they might do is they're going to add stuff to it, but they also might change some stuff that might have aged but worse than other bits. I couldn't tell you anything off the top of my head, but there's probably parts of that game that could do with a bit of a touch-up, I would imagine. You want to remake a Sonic Heroes? Sonic Heroes was actually one of the ones I didn't really get on with. I never finished it. Which is something I need to change at some point, because I still plan to go through all the Sonic games at some point. I also think that by having Sonic mostly slower, you can make it super impressive when you do have the super fast bits. See, it's easier to do with the 2D ones, but the 2D ones were always, to me, they were exploration first and speed second. Although the speed came with it down the line when you got good at the game. But I think that's harder to do in 3D. You didn't finish it because you were too young to understand levels. Fucking hell, I was like 18 when that game came out. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem. I can criticize it, but I don't have real, like, solid ideas on how to fix it or how to make the game fun or good. I can only say that I feel like the game's too fast sometimes. I don't want the game to play itself. I want to play the game. And when you have it, when they show off so much shit with rails, I'm not playing that. The game is playing for me and I'm watching it do cool shit. It's like, I want to do the cool shit. Actually, while we're here, this is a very curated piece of footage, but this is kind of what I want from a Sonic game. But at the same time, this is just the movement sort of style I want. This doesn't show what... I don't know how they'd make a good game from this still. But this, I think, looks... This is the kind of momentum kind of based stuff that I want. Just seeing if this is too long. Yeah, so tell me what you guys think of this, because I think this is a tech demo done by one guy. I want this kind of level of momentum and control over the character. And this is old as well. This is like... Christ, I think he originally brought this out in like 2016 or something. You say that's still kind of fast. No, it is fast. But I mean, it's just the momentum and the control. I can see that you can control this well. And the speed actually kind of shows off the problem with like how big everything has to be for it to work. Like, look how fucking massive this level is. It's humongous. And actually, the guy's done a pretty good job of making it look a bit bit more natural, apart from the kind of ultra flat bits here. But yeah, I just think this looks awesome. It doesn't necessarily make a good game immediately. I just really enjoy the traversal. Because it's like if you just had this as the game, it's completely aimless apart from to get to the end of the level, which you could just beeline it, couldn't you? This has much better momentum, but what the absolute fuck even is this level as far as what am I doing here? No, exactly. That's pretty much what I just said. But that's the problem. I don't know if they know what to do with it. Like, what would work? How would you make a good game out of this? To be fair, I probably don't have the best opinion on this. The only Sonic game with exploration I ever played was Sonic 3D. What, the 2D one? I know that sounds stupid when you just said Sonic 3D. But like the isometric one. Because that doesn't really have any... okay. I guess it kind of has exploration in it. Wasn't that the point of the original Sonic? You were timed and scored based on how fast you finished a level. Yeah. You were, but I mean, it was essentially the goal is just to get to the end of the level. The score attack thing was more of a... I mean, that was just the thing in most games in the early 90s. But yeah, I enjoyed the momentum in this. That's all I'm sort of really saying. But yeah, like I said, I think the speed, too much speed is a problem in these games. And I think a lot of Sonic fans won't want to admit that because it's like, oh no, he's the fastest thing alive. It has to be fast. So really, at the detriment of control? But to kind of like put a cap on the Frontiers thing, I'm only being critical because I care a lot about the franchise. I want it to be really good. I'm really not sold on that first gameplay trailer. That's all it is. I want to see more though. And I'll play it anyway, because I inevitably play all the Sonic games regardless. Like even like, problem is like Forces and Mania were the last two that I played new, and they came out around the same time, or I played them around the same time. And Mania is so much better than Forces that Forces looked worse than it actually was, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I want it to be good.